controlling the Russian Empire. You'll often see RealEyes Cook on Beast. So search up the channel under RealEyes RealEyes. But search up in the YouTube search bar for RealEyes Cook. So RealEyes space COOK. Russian Empire, Peter. From the first stirrings of life beneath water to the great beasts of the Stone Age, to man taking his first upright steps, you have come far. Now begins your greatest quest. From this early cradle of civilization on toward the stars. Embrace the chill winds of the motherland, Tsar Peter. Your fascination with science and culture is a gift, and you will learn much from your grand embassies to foreign lands. Under your rule, Russia will surely flourish and spread, absorbing all that lies around it, perhaps creating the greatest empire Earth's seen on this earth. Right, so my job basically is to be fascinated with science and culture. Receive science or culture from trade routes to civilizations that are more advanced than Russia. Hopefully no one's going to be more advanced than us, but anyway. +1 per 3 technologies or civics ahead. Mother Russia. Extra territory upon founding cities. Wicked. +1 faith and +1 production from tundra. Units do not receive damage from blizzards. Civilizations that are at war with Russia receive +100% unit damage from blizzards in the Russian territory. There is the Cossack, a unique land unit, and Lavra, a unique district. Let's start. Gathering Storm. Welcome to Gathering Storm. This guide will introduce you to this expansion. Additional information can be found in this Civilopedia and advisor tips. Okay. The World Congress is where you make your voice heard amongst the other civilizations in the world. It also an important part of the new diplomatic victory. Proposals are sent before the World Congress for vote and come in 2 types: resolutions and discussions. Resolutions affect all civilizations, such as banning a luxury resource or gaining extra amenities from each copy of the resource. So, what, like banning tobacco or something? Discussions are potential scored competitions or emergencies that members of the World Congress may join, like World Games or a religious emergency. Members can summon a special session if they have an emergency they need addressed, like a request for aid after a natural disaster. Diplomatic favor is a new form of currency in the game. Your diplomatic actions will earn you diplomatic favor that can be used in the World Congress to help you or hinder others. Diplomatic favor can be earned through alliances, city-states of which you are the suzerain, success in scored competitions, and more. There are major and minor ways to gain diplomatic favor through a game. Some actions will grant a large payout of favor all at once, and some will grant it slowly over time. Try trading for other players' favor to strengthen your position in World Congress. You can spend your diplomatic favor to extract promises from other players, call special sessions of Congress, and buy votes in World Congress. So, with diplomatic favor, I can extract promises from other players, call special sessions of Congress, buy votes in Congress, or save up diplomatic favor throughout the game to pursue diplomatic victory points in the later eras. Gather diplomatic victory points to pursue the new diplomatic victory. When World Congress meets, there will be a number of resolutions available for determination. When voting resolves, all players will receive a diplomatic victory point for each resolution for which they chose the winning target and option. Starting in the modern era, players will be able to use their diplomatic favor in World Congress to compete for diplomatic victory points. So this doesn't begin until the modern era then, I think. The World Congress perhaps begins then. Win the resolution to bring yourself closer to victory or to prevent other players from achieving their own. Emergencies such as aid requests and the World Games will provide diplomatic victory points to the players who get the highest score. The previous warmongering system has been replaced with a new representation of how other players view your warlike actions. Grievances. Okay. Rather than people calling me a warmonger or me calling them that, players now have grievances with each other. Now, when other players wrong you by denouncement, declaration of war, or capturing or razing one of your cities, you gain grievances against them and may retaliate in kind with the world's approval. No longer will you be denounced for a fair, punitive city capture after an unjustified war. You may also use grievances to request promises from other players. If the other players continues to go against your wishes that you indicate in this manner, they will continually generate grievances that you can use to justify a war against them. But the world at large still pays attention to the overall grievances that other players have against you. If you have grieved others more than they have grieved you, third parties will notice and it will impact their opinion of you. The environment around you is more alive than ever before. Natural disasters like floods, storms and volcanoes can pillage or destroy your improvements and districts. But hurricanes, storms are another challenge to overcome. Flooded rivers may damage your improvements, but they might also improve the food yield on a tile too. Volcanoes are high risk, but high reward. Settlement locations. Okay. Volcanoes are high risk and high reward settlement locations. Volcanic eruptions can pillage or destroy improvements, districts and buildings, and even kill or damage units, but volcanic soil is highly valuable and very fertile. Geothermal fissures are new features that provide benefits to nearby buildings or districts, like additional amenities and or tourism. Strategic resources have been provided into two types, fuel and material. Fuel resources are used to meet the power needs of your cities, whereas material resources are required to produce resource-dependent units. Manage the power in your city to make late-game buildings more effective. Trade material resources and fuel with other civilizations. So guys, I'm just lighting a cigarette. Shout out to my friend, he's a YouTuber, Jamonymow, currently in hospital after drinking yesterday with medication, and long story there, I'm not entirely sure what happened, but he was resuscitated. And is alive and well-ish in hospital. I've had a phone call with him, so he's still here alive on Earth. Your choices about resource usage will directly affect the world's temperature and can cause rising sea levels. Some coastal tiles will be at risk of becoming flooded or completely submerged. When settling cities, consider the risk of these coastal lowland tiles, but keep in mind that in the atomic era, flood barriers can be used to protect these tiles. The atomic era is quite a long way away from starting where we are in the ancient era, but anyway. Burning fuel heats up the atmosphere, leading to melted ice caps and rising sea levels. Your settler will now tell you if you are building a city in low area near a coast. The flood barrier will help protect your cities from rising sea. There is plenty more to explore, including new eras in technology and civics trees, new historical moments, new global units including the giant death robot, leaders and civilizations that synergize with new systems and more. Consult a new advisor, check the Civilopedia or reopening this tutorial in the pause menu. these basic things here. Let's save our game already, and we'll save it as, so we've got enough slots. So it's turn 1, Russia. We've got to pick where to sell. There's deer here. Tundra here. Tundra's going to be good for being Russia in the Russian Empire. There's quite a bit of tundra around here. I think we should settle right where we've basically been advised to. Well, rather where we've ended up starting. Right. We've simply found our first city. So we'll remove the woods. Well, there's plenty of wood around us, so yes.
Civilization has accomplished something historic, worthy of being celebrated and remembered for generations to come. These accomplishments help our civilization reach a golden age and avoid a dark age.
Each of these historic moments will increase our era score. Our era score determines which age we will earn in the next game era, so we should seek out these historic moments when possible. The citizens of St. Petersburg take pride in the land's rugged beauty and their own hardiness. This is St. Petersburg. We have a warrior unit. There's no barbarians in this game, but I kind of want to use the warrior unit to protect what we have. What's over here? Perhaps we should have begun closer to the amber, although it requires sailing to make more use of it. It's still a really good tile. Right, our warrior is not a scout, but I will ask our warrior to move over here just so you can see what is up this way, I guess. There's copper that would be nice to get in our our city. What are we using? We're doing the production. So yeah, we're focusing on production. Fantastic how faith has been added to pretty much every tile. That's wicked. We need to produce something. We could have a monument, take 9 turns, or a scout, I would say, is most advisable right about now. That will take 5 turns, and we'll have a new citizen in 15 turns. We've got 6 housing units and 1 citizen at the minute. We have discovered a new continent. Our explorer is naming it North America. I guess we're in North America then. Right, so this is how we have started out the game. I'm now going to make a fresh save slot, which I'll simply call Russia Beginning. Or Russia Empire. We're going to need to research something. Animal husbandry would give us the opportunity to build pastures, camps, to find horses on the map. Okay. What will pottery do for us? Allow us to build a granary, which I can't lie, I would like to have. Harvesting the bonus resources improved by farms. See, on my Nintendo Switch, other civilizations can get farms and I can't, even though I've researched the pottery. I'm gonna go for pottery first anyway. Even though we do need the animal husbandry for the deer that we have. This is jade, I believe. Yeah. Right, specifics for the tree. I think we have to do code. Yeah, code of laws is the essential first one. And you get God King, urban planning, and then you got the survey or the one against the barbarians. There's no barbarians in our game. Right, how do I get to choose it? I'm confused by this. I'm trying to go down, what the hell? This is rather bizarre. I think this already chose for us automatically. Okay. What's this new? We got some more stuff going on there. I don't think we've got enough to get a planting on yet. World climate. Polar ice melt 10%. CO2 levels 9. We've yet to meet any of the other civilizations. We've got quite a big city of St. Petersburg for a starting city. I'll bring up tooltips. I don't know if that button works, I don't know if it's my controller or what, but... Anyway, our warrior...
Our explorers have spotted another friendly tribal village. I suggest we send a scout to investigate.
Right, you guys can read that if you like, whilst I quickly roll a cigarette. So, what I'm going to do in this game is first meet some civilizations. I'm not planning on starting a war right away. It's amazing, Mondelez, the company, how many different things they do. Dime bars, Trebor mints, and so many other things. They own a lot. A lot of things. Amber-list scraps and expensive PCR tests. What's this? Travel support. Expensive PCR tests ditched and amber-list scraps. News update for today. Real life, that one. Generation Double XL. Looks interesting. This is about overweight, seriously overweight people. One sec, guys. Guys, I lost my letter. Still can't find it. So, I don't know. Tribal villages are less civilized than other civilizations, but are friendly nevertheless. Visiting tribal villages provide a random benefit to the civilization of the unit that first enters their tile. The village disappears after its gifts have been claimed. Gifts include survivors such as builders or traders, technology or technology boosts, military units, faith, gold, relics, civic boosts, envoys, governor tiles, diplomatic favour or strategic resources. Is it governor tiles or titles? I don't know about these governor's titles. They're new to this game and I haven't really got used to the game as it were before adding the expansion fact where obviously we've got climate change and all these new things.
Just as our citizens have faith in your leadership, so they are beginning to have faith in a higher power. I think it is wise to cultivate this new way of thinking. Perhaps there is some benefit to be gained.
Okay. Earning faith. Faith is the currency of religion and can be earned from wonders, policies, leader abilities, natural wonders, city-states, beliefs, trade routes, and of course, holy site districts and its wilderness. Look through the Civilopedia to find sources of faith. So you can earn it through wonders, building them, I guess, having them, policies, leader abilities, natural wonders, city-states, meeting them, I guess, beliefs, trade routes. Okay. This must be the civilization, which we'll go to on the next turn. In 4 turns we'll have our scout. Oh, this tubby little kid, bless him. There's nothing really to do apart from just take our turn over for that 1 warrior unit and then advance. Oh, this little kid is so cute. Is it just me, or is our city look slightly more developed all of a sudden?
Reconnaissance units like scouts are unique in that they can gain experience by exploring and discovering parts of the world.
Right. Reconnaissance units like scouts are unique in that they can gain experience by exploring and discovering parts of the world. Technically so could a warrior, but it would take a lot longer for them to do that. Fast moving ancient era recon unit. Traits. Replaced by Okichicho. Upgrades to Shmasha or Barak Act. Promotion class recon. Movement points 3, melee strength 10. Production costs. Base cost 30 production, purchase cost 120 gold. Over the centuries, many people have been turned scouts, including teenagers in neat uniforms camping out and earning merit badges. But fleet-footed warriors, adept at wandering the wilderness and spying on the enemy, have existed since the days of hunter-gatherings. These specialists were the eyes and ears of early civilizations, spreading out from settlements, exploring new lands and seeking the enemy. In time they became ever more specialized and are inherent and vital part, even today, of military formation. Knowing where the opponent is and what he's up to is still vital to avoid getting slaughtered. Right, and this is our first scout unit. Not sure what we got by going to that civilization, but I'm heading north with the scout. God only knows what we collected. Right. Oh wait, hold up, we actually got gifted a scout from that civilization, so we're gonna have 2 in 2 turns. So we're getting a scout anyway. Okay, good. I just need to check a text message I've got. Okay, right, as for our warrior, as much as I need him guarding the city, I will let him go once face up to see if there's anything interesting up there. Our scout can head up here. And we'll have another scout on the next turn. Hoping that our city doesn't end up submerged, as it's right near a little bit of sea. Our warrior can just have a look. What's now hills? Okay, interesting. The scout's going up here. Ice caps. Oh, brilliant, we could really get submerged. Doesn't look that big when you look at the lower left, but... Right, this scout can head this way. Okay, so there's some green lands further away from the sea. What's this? Marble. It'd be interesting to capture these resources. The copper, the marble. Right, so production. I think we could do with having an army here, you know, but what the monument offers? Culture and loyalty. Can't get a settler yet. When we can get a granary, I want to go for one. I'm thinking maybe a slinger. Is it going to be before we can get a granary then? 5 turns. And then the builder after. I think having a slinger, you know, developing the military, then we'll go for like builder, monument, settler. See what we're working on. Our citizens. 3 turns till border growth, and we're working on productivity, I'd say, mostly. At the minute we're just basically scouting. Guys, I've got to answer before. With the game a little bit whilst I'm gone, but I won't go too far, and I'll explain exactly what I've done when I'm back. I'll just move the scout down here. So look, so it's like more grassland. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace, love, respect, and wish my friend James who runs Jamonymow channel, all the best. He's still in hospital, but he is alive. As he said, he died, but he's got a second chance. He was dead for up to nearly almost 45 minutes, so he was resuscitated and he's back with us. So we're not saying RIP Jamonymow just yet, but if he doesn't sort his act out, we might be saying that. So yeah, this video we'll dedicate to Jamonymow. Big up James, we'll see you soon. I'll visit him in hospital soon, guys, as well. Bye.